Welcome to Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethia Tucker. I'm so happy that you're listening today. My goal is to bring something new, something promising. I plan to bring conversation, resources, and wisdom around the things that are holding us back from going for our best. We'll talk about everyday life and careers. I'll bring us dialogue designed to dig deep and identify our passions. We'll talk about the limits that you need to let go of and the promise that you need to grab a hold of. I'll interview women who bring valuable insight to the table. We'll have opportunities for Q&A, and we'll talk resources to help along the way. There are levels to this, and we'll hit them all, starting at the ground floor. We all have dreams, and now is our time to level up.
Ground floor.
My mother and I loved to make jewelry. True, when we started, it was kind of a craft, and we would go and get all of the items that we needed to make bracelets or to make earrings or whatever piece of jewelry it was that we were making. Somewhere along the line, I got really interested in the finer jewelry, the silver, in onyx, in turquoise, in the things that were natural and of great quality. We progressed and we learned more and more, and we started producing some products that were exquisite. We started purchasing beads from a person who only got top A-grade beads. We started pulling silver findings and amethyst and topaz, you name it. We were pulling it and making sure that what we did was tarnish free. Whatever we put together, whatever we sold, we guaranteed would not tarnish, that they were natural stones, and that they were the absolute top grade in whatever it is that we put together. And initially, when I started selling, I really didn't sell my product for what it was worth. My margin of profit was just above, most of the time, what I had put in to getting the product. And it wasn't until someone who mentors me to this day in jewelry told us that we needed to be really careful, and we needed to realize that what she was selling us and what she was teaching us was top in the industry, and we needed to have our prices reflect as such. There's a lesson in there. How often are we discounting something that we have that's of value? It may be our time. It may be something that we sell, such as jewelry. It may be what we're putting out in our jobs. It may be what we are giving of our energy. We're making or we're profiting just above what we're putting in. We need to change our mindset and realize that what we bring is of value. What we have is of value, and we need to offer it, and we need to receive from that based on the value that it actually is, and not on us bringing down what we think it's worth for whatever reason we may be bringing it down, whether it is because we're not confident in who we are, whether it's because we're suffering from imposter syndrome and not really realizing we really do know what it is that we're talking about. So your affirmation: I am of value. What I produce is of value. What I give is of value. And I am worth more than just marginal returns. I will make sure that when I give, I realize that I am giving of my absolute best. And yeah, I deserve best in return. I am worthy, I am of value, and I am worth any investment that anyone makes in me.
Main level.
Welcome to Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethia Tucker, still here at the Leadership Experience Tour. I have another phenomenal speaker with me today. I have Dr. Helen Holton with me. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Alethea. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. And you are absolutely beautiful. I love your hair.
Thank you. Well, I could echo the same sentiments
Thank
to you.
you. Thank you so much. So tell us a little about yourself.
Okay. In January,
Yes.
after a couple of EOs, I decided it was time to shift and pivot.
Ah.
Shift and pivot.
Shift and
Shift and
pivot.
pivot.
Yes.
As a resilient leadership coach,
Okay.
I've learned to master what it means to be resilient.
Oh,
So when you talk about going to the next level, you don't get to the next level if you don't know how to let your setbacks become your comebacks, or to transform your challenges into opportunities that help you to
yes.
rise.
I love that. I love that. She has a specific time when she knew it was time for her to make that pivot. You know, my podcast, we talk a lot about reinvention. And I help women in that space as a coach who are in what I call the prime years, you know, those 45-ish plus years where they may have been doing so many other things up until this point, and now life looks a little different. You know, kids may be gone, maybe taking care of parents. Um, and for the first time, maybe actually focusing in on a career that they really, really want to do instead of one that was just going to put bread on the table and make sure that the roof stayed over the head. So we talk about the pivot point a lot. So it just did my heart good just now to hear you get that date and say, I knew that this is when it was time to pivot. So tell me what you've been doing. So what did you do in your pivot?
What I did was in my pivot was to rebrand how I showed up, to eliminate trigger language that would immediately repel people. And it's interesting because that trigger language and documented evidence is what helps leaders rise to heights beyond what they can imagine. And it's about when you make space for voices in the room that are different from yours and use them to factor in decision making. Because now you'll have choices from different voices that bring different perspectives that have the ability to impact how you show up.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So tell me a little about your platform. Do you predominantly speak? Do you coach? What is it that you do now that you've made this life changing pivot
It
to be
is life
better? Yeah,
changing,
it really is.
and it is speaking more. I
Okay.
am a coach, trainer, author. My book, Intentional
Yes,
Leadership,
I love
and it
that.
chronicles and provides the three results,
Okay.
tips, tools to
Yes.
take your leadership from ordinary to intentional.
Ah, to intentional.
Intentional. And being intentional is really being on purpose
Absolutely.
about what your passion is and where your power lies. And the alignment of those three.
Set you up to be in a powerful place. Absolutely. So, what brought you to the Leadership Experience Tour?
The leadership, what brought me here was the
Uh-huh.
ability to, I'm launching the
Okay.
rebrand
Okay.
of my business. It's still focused in coaching, training, writing, making a shift to do more speaking. You live in a time when people need to hear a message that's going to uplift
Yes.
and not downturn,
Yes. Yes.
that's
Yes.
going
Yes.
to inspire and
Yes.
motivate and not shut down and send to some sort of downward spiral. And so it's really about adding value,
Yes.
helping leaders and high achieving professionals to recognize the uniqueness that they bring just by being here on the planet.
Yeah.
And
Just
how to
about
tap
that.
into that. I mean, it's so liberating. It's like I say to people all the time, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I guarantee you I'm somebody's glass of champagne.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes, absolutely. What you say? I know that my message is for someone.
It's for someone.
And let me tell you, you out there can say the same thing. We often put pressure on ourselves because we feel that we have to be for everyone. Realize that your message is for you, of course, but what you do is also to touch somebody. It may not be a lot of bodies, but it is somebody.
Well, it's like our
Yeah.
DNA. I think that imposter syndrome, self-doubt, stress, burnout, all of these pressures pressing down on us right now are very much causing us to shrink within.
Right,
And when we
right.
shrink within, think about it. How often do you hear the radio, the TV, uh, what do you call it, the Sirius or whatever,
Yes.
yeah.
Talking to
And they're
us.
talking about how people are checklist, how it's like sometimes you just have to turn off the outside noise.
Yes. And that's what it is, noise. Listen, we have new episodes of Leveling Up the Podcast coming out. There are levels to this, and we're going to hit them all, starting from the ground floor up. Stay tuned. Loads of episodes coming to you.
Are you looking for the perfect way to get your message heard? Here's your chance to advertise right here on Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethia Tucker. We offer custom advertising packages designed to put your business in front of an engaged audience that's ready to connect with you. Imagine your business, your service, or your event being shared with listeners who are motivated, purpose-driven, and eager to support what matters most. That's the power of podcast advertising. Don't wait. Scan the QR code on this advertisement or follow the link provided below. We can't wait to connect with you and get your message heard.
Noise. Turn it off.
It's not empowering. It's
Yeah.
actually debilitating.
Very much so. And never, I think, well, at least in my lifetime, I've been around for a little bit, has mental health been so, yeah, and at the forefront, and so necessary in the area, necessarily in need of protection.
Yes.
In need of protection.
Yes.
So, and my son frequently jokes around. He said, Mom, he's a journalism major, broadcast journalist. He says, but I just want to report good news. And I said, well, I'm not so sure that there is a job out there that'll allow you to do that. But it's true. You just need to turn that noise off so that we can get to a new place, to a different place. So what would you tell that woman who needs to do that pivot?
I would tell that woman to, number one, I would suggest, check out my website.
Yeah, there you go.
Check me out.
There you go.
HelenHolton.com.
There you go.
And understand that there's hope for those who feel hopeless.
Yes.
And if you have the ability and the wherewithal to just go out there and see what's possible for your life. Turns out, no one's going to put on your plate what you are willing to go after.
No.
It's a time to be intentional.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
That alignment of your purpose, passion, and power.
Is key. Is necessary.
And we work with leaders, particularly women, to help them understand you're so much more than you give yourself credit to be.
Yeah.
And I believe you're looking for a safe space and a place to have others help build you up and give you the permission that I think women are often seeking.
Right.
To delve deeper into themselves, to bring out the best in who they are.
I love it.
With each breath you take, and you say, oh, goodness, Can it get any better? Take another verse.
Because it can, right? Because it can. It absolutely can. Well, tell us a little about your book before we start wrapping things up
Okay.
here. Yes.
Intentional Leadership is a book to help leaders understand what it takes, not just to lead from default, but to lead with intention. It's broken down into a focus like a three-legged stool. Those three pillars are strengths awareness, knowing who you are at your best, and how to build it and strengthen it. The second pillar is resilience. There are many ways to develop and build your resilience. Resilience isn't a one-off. It is a process, a practice, a way of being. And it's rounded out by understanding your well-being. And I described, done the research, positive psychology, all sorts of methodologies out here, and developed 7 elements of well-being. Be mindful of, practice and check in, and develop an assessment tool that is self-check so that you can see how balanced is your wheel. When you complete this exercise, is that a wheel you want your car to be riding
To ride on. Whoa. Wow. I love that. This is a book you want. This is a book that is going to help you to not only live intentionally, but show you what it is you need to do to live intentionally. Those pillars are monumental, and I know that it's a wealth of resources, a wealth of information, and a powerful read for you to be able to take this in and use this information. We always try to leave the readers with some tools and tips for getting to the next
They can
level.
go to my website.
Yes.
They can purchase the book on my website. It's in a tab called Grab the Book. That's drhelenholton.com. Or
Yes.
you can go to my website, the tab called Rooted, ROOTED. And there's a giveaway for you to begin the journey of developing your resilience, to be
Yes.
rooted and radiant, to rise higher.
I love it. Rooted and radiant. Rise higher. You know we all want to rise higher.
Absolutely.
Right.
For sure.
So, anything else, social media, how can we connect with you?
Dr. Helen Holton on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, at Dr. Helen Holton.
That's easy. That's easy. Thank you so much for being here. Well, we may have to do a part 2 where we focus in and get a little deeper in this. These are skills that people really need to have. And we really, really need to focus more on living intentionally.
And they're skills for leaders.
Yes, yes, yes. And many of you may not think that you are, but trust me, you are.
If you're an individual contributor, trust me, you
Yes.
are a leader.
Yes.
They just don't want to call you one.
They don't want to call you that. Well, thank you, Dr. Helen. I appreciate you being here. I really do. We'll leave her information also in the podcast notes. Thank you for listening in to this powerful episode of Leveling Up the Podcast. Remember to go out and be authentically yourself. Be an authentic leader, living intentionally, like Dr. Holton is just admonished us to do. Be you, authentically yourself, because you're the best version of you out there, and we need your imprint. All right? Until the next time.
The Loft.
Hello and welcome to The Loft. My guest today was Dr. Helen Holton, and she wants to be sure that you grab her book entitled Intentional Leadership: How to Drive Leaders, Visions, and Teams Forward. And she talks about leadership in the capacity of being intentional about it. So leading, not just lead from default, but to lead with intention. She believes in community and has established a Facebook group that you definitely want to connect with. Make sure you go to her social media site. She's Dr. Helen Holton on all of them. And make sure you go to her website to find out about her programs, her books, her challenges, and just a number of things that she has going. And that's it. Okay, we've reached the end of the episode. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. As you catch the elevator down, if you feel so inclined, rate, review, subscribe, and share with a friend. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, every day is a new opportunity, and it's never too late to level up.